What up, y'all? So the purpose of this video is to talk about the trades that I took last week. The trades that on one account I was up $117 and some change, and then on another account I'm down 70, about 79, $80. And I want to take you through those trades, and I want to have a conversation. I want to talk about those things. It's about to be 2026. 2025 did not show me any mercy, didn't show me any grace. But then again, I didn't show myself any either. But that's another topic for another day. All right, so let's go over the trades that I took this week. The one that I won on, and then the one that, listen, would have given me at least my first phase pass of the year, getting closer to the second phase going into next year. But instead, I chickened out and I did something that I won't speak of right now. I'll go into a little bit later, and it cost me 194 freaking pips. Oh, Father. All right, let's talk about it. But first, we got to go to Discord. Okay, so we're in the Discord. This is my Discord where I thought I was going to have some order to it, but I don't. It's a bunch of stuff everywhere. And as it stands right now, ain't nobody but two people talking in this Discord right now. Me and Gerald. Me and Gerald have this thing going on where we have the same accounts from the same prop firm, which is Alpha Capital. I recently got an Alpha Capital 10K account. And I am rooting so hard for Gerald. Like, you guys have no idea. You know, it's one thing to want something for yourself, but it's another thing to want it really, really bad for somebody else. I told him that in the call that we had on Friday. Like, I'm good at teaching other people how to do something and telling somebody else what to do. I'm like the Maddie Moss Clark of trading, right? And, you know, somebody don't do something right, you pick up a shoe and you throw it at them. Or so I'm hearing. That's what she did. But I'm like that. What I'll do is I will see what your problem is and I'll tell you how to fix it. But as for me and myself, I don't know. When it comes to me, I'm always my worst critic, and I'm always the one who isn't risking it like I should be risking it. But I can teach and tell others how to do it. Anyway, I really want Gerald to pass this challenge. I really do. So in here, it's a bunch of everything. I had all these little chats here, but it just turned into a whole bunch of stuff. So last week we took a trade on NZD CAD. Right, this is the sell that I took on NZD CAD, which I'm going to show you guys in a moment. This is what it ended up giving me on a one lot for the pips that I did get. I can't tell you how many pips that was. I don't remember. If I didn't already put it on there. And Gerald's funny. He's like, well, you need to up your lot size. And I've never traded this pair before. I'm used to trading Euro CAD and GBP CAD. I'm comfortable with those pairs. So this one I was, playing it safe, and this is what it got me for playing safe. So we learned later that after or was it? I put these side by side. Where is it? Yeah, I put these side by. Is it this one? No, it's not this one. Y'all bear with me for a second. Where is it? Oh, here it is. So I put these side by side, all four of these pairs, because there's only four. Well, there's five, but I don't count that one. USD CAD is it's for the birds, it's for the streets. And what I did was the move that I ended up. Well, we're gonna talk about this in a second, but essentially, I measured the top to the bottom on each of these pairs, and I realized that there's a significant difference in the amount of pips that one would give you versus the other. And I could clearly see why it was better and best for me to trade one set versus another set. So in the case of AUD CAD or NZD CAD, it's something that I wouldn't trade in the future if I didn't have a choice. If I had another option, I would trade either EuroCAD or GBP CAD, because you can clearly see that they both give you the best pips, the best bang for your buck. So I know on average that EuroCAD on any given week that has a setup will give you between 160 to 170 pips off rip. There's no question in that at all. Now, what is in question is the days that it may take you to get from point A to point B. Now, GBP CAD, I had no earthly idea how many pips on average that it will give, but it showed up and showed out last week, and we're going to get to that in a second. So, that is the comparison between those four. So, if you're looking to trade any of those four pairs, I would still go with EuroCAD or GBP CAD because, again, they're going to give you the most pips for the setups that you're going for. Whether it be a buy or sell, it's going to be pretty much the same amount, give or take. So now we're in TradingView. Let me show you these trades if I can see past this camera. All right, so we'll start with NZD CAD. It was the sell that I took last week. And looking at this chart, I'm not sure if I will ever trade this pair again because it's crazy. Let me replay price right quick. All right. So I saw this on the 4 hour. I saw this gap on the 4 hour. For those of you who do not know, for those of you who do, you know how this goes. But for those of you who do not know, I trade a very simplified version of the market maker model. It's an ICT type of model. I guess people call it now the forever model. It's very, very simple. That's why I say I can teach it to anybody. Well, I can't say anybody, but any person who knows about trading, who knows what candlesticks are, fair value gaps and things of that nature. I can, with this strategy, you can figure this out. Now, the hardest part for you is going to be what pairs you're going to trade, learning what session to trade them in, how many pips to aim for, 1 to 2, what that equates to. If you can learn these 5 steps, you can learn the strategy. It's very simple. On the 4 hour, I saw this gap. And so when price tapped into this gap, so what I did was once price taps into the gap, I don't know, did I look for SMT? If SMT is your thing, then that's great. But sometimes I use it, sometimes I don't, depending on what I'm looking for. But essentially, you want to wait for price to take out highs. This was the last current high that it needed to take out. It needs to be a bullish candle before a bearish move. So we took out this high right here. And so after that, we should have dropped. So we go down to the 15 minute. Price came up into the gap. Here we're with this. It went from here all the way down to here. And that's what gave me the $117 and some change. But as you can already see, it did some crazy stuff afterwards and just like it went back up. Like it just I didn't understand that. Yeah, that's the part I didn't understand. Let me see. No, never mind. I see it now. It's the external range. I see it. So it's going to come down here and then it's going to go back up to hit this final range right here. Never mind. I see it. Now that was the win. Let's talk about the loss. This is the trade that I'm referring to. This is the trade that I'm referring to. This is GBP CAD. It's a sell. Let me explain to you how we got here. Again, it's pretty much the same setup. When you look for sells or whether you're looking for buys, it is the exact same setup. You look for me, this is the way I like to say it. Okay? Price goes for 2 things. Gap, wick, gap. That's it. You just need to know the time in which it's going to reach this gap, what to do when it reaches the gap, what to look for, confluences, things of that nature, and just make sure all these things align. So let me take you back. Same thing as NZD CAD. Now, these happened a week apart. Weekly gap right here. We're in the gap. Price came and we tapped into this gap, but it didn't mitigate the gap. This was Thursday now. This is this past Thursday. I said, you know what? Because I didn't trade at all except for this day. And I was like, you know what? Let me see if this going to work. So I came down on the 4 hour. This is about 11 o'clock p.m. my time. Right? Going into, it was past 11. It was like almost 12 o'clock my time. Eastern Standard Time. And so I said, well, let me, see if I can catch some here. Price was, let me replay this. Price was literally, it was here. Okay? This is the candle right here. I saw it. I did not see a gap. I did not see a gap at all. So I said, there's no way price is going to come up to take out this high up here because this is the current high. There's no way price, but my silly self. This how, it's been a minute since I had a win. I decided to not chance it because this is the trade that I was taking on my 10K Alpha Capital account that I just gotten with Gerald. And I was like, you know what? It's a small account. It's not like a 50 or 100K small account. I don't want to lose too much on it. So I decided to do a stop loss. I don't do stop losses. I'm gonna say that now. I don't do them because the way my life is set up, I might go to sleep and I might set a stop loss. And because I've been reading so much about these spreads and these brokers and stuff, I might get taken out on some real shady stuff. So what I started to do was just place the trade and just let whatever happen happen. I was on the call with Gerald, I think Friday before last, and we talked about stop losses. And I said, you know what, I'm gonna start implementing stop losses. And this was the day that I decided to implement this stop loss. And so I put my stop loss, literally. I keep saying it, but I'm gonna show you better than I can tell you. This is where I put my stop loss. This was the trade right here. Okay, got in here, and then I put it here. But then it was about to be 12 o'clock, so I moved it because I don't know. I just felt like price wasn't gonna come all the way up there, so I moved it before I went to bed. I can't remember where exactly I moved it to, but it was somewhere up here. I moved it a little bit lower. And as I saw price, just as soon as I moved it, price started to go up. I was just like, oh, it's going to take me out. That's the last thing I said before I went to bed. And sure enough, that's exactly what it did. I understand people talking about risk management and psychology and all the stop losses and stuff, but sometimes, just sometimes, you might be rewarded for not placing a stop loss. Just sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes you just got to be the hero. Branch out a little bit. And what happened was, I got up around 7, 8 o'clock, and it just started to melt. It just started to go down. It didn't stop. As you can see, it just went candle after candle for 194 pips. No, that was more than 194. This was 211 pips, y'all. 211. I was so sick because it did not stop. It was like a bus route on the freeway. Like, it was crazy. Like, the one time. That was my L that I really, really regret. That's the one I let get away, literally. I let that get away. And it's okay because fool me once, shame on me. I think it had nothing to do with the stop loss, if I'm being honest. I just think that I didn't follow my own gut. I didn't have my Olivia Pope on. I did not trust my own setup. I told Gerald that I doubted myself. I doubted my strategy because it's been so long since I had a win. It's been so long since I passed anything. Hell, it's been a year now since I passed anything. And I don't know, something got the best of me. I guess we can go and look at these accounts as they are right now and see where they stand. And then we're going to get up out of here because in the next videos, we're going to be talking about other stuff. What I want for 2026, quarter-wise and things of that nature, because it's just got to be different. Okay, so this is my Alpha Capital dashboard. And as you can see, I started it on the 3rd of, why did I got this backwards? That's weird. December 3rd. I don't like the way that that's backwards. It kind of reminds me of military time. It's so weird. It's a 10K account. And one day I lost like $9 and some change, I think. I rounded up to 9. And then this day that I was telling you about, GBP CAD, hit my stop loss for like $70. I'm just going to try really, really hard to do better next time. As far as my other accounts go, they're pretty much the same, really. I did buy another Bright Funding account because I feel like I really need to get back to passing 5K accounts. Like, I really do. Like, I have 250Ks challenges and 100K challenge, and we have this 10K, but oh, and then on top of that, I did buy a My Funded Futures just to see if I could pass it quicker than Forex, and I'm not having any luck with that because I forgot that you have to be trading during New York session most of the time, and I have to remember to trade on it before the time is up, because if I don't do something with it this month, I'm probably not going to rebuild it for next month. Possibly not. because at that point I feel like I'm just wasting money. My funded futures does not have an activation fee, which I'm so happy about, but it is capped at $1,000 for the account that I have, which is, I mean, that's okay because I mean, top tier was like 1,200, so I mean, I guess that's not bad. I just don't understand the trailing drawdown and stuff like that. That's what I need to understand because I think you have to leave money in there for a buffer, and I'm not used to that type of stuff. But we'll see. Before we get out of here, let me do this. All right, that's it. 2026. I'm decreeing and declaring that I'm just gonna win. You know, it's my winning season, as Miss Jacqueline Crow would say. It's my winning season. Yeah. And but that's it. You just name it and you claim it. Claim it. I don't know where my words are. You name it and you claim it, and you call those things that be not as though they already are. That's what we're doing. You know, you reach up and you grab it. You know, grab a hold to it. Get it in your head. Get it in your heart. Get it in your mind, and hold on to it. That you're gonna do it. That's all I'm gonna do. Ain't no need of me telling you, cause I ain't did it yet. Yeah, 2026. I'm still believing and decreeing and declaring that it's gonna be a great year for everybody involved. Every day that we wake up and get to do this every day is it's an awesome thing. Whether we lose money or win, profitable or not profitable, you still get another day and another chance to get this right. And that's what it's all about. I'm not going to give up on this. I will say this. I am putting way, way, way more focus and more attention into this now than I did this year. Because I kept going back and forth. I kept straddling the fence about whether I wanted to be a trader or if I wanted to keep my 9 to 5 and work that full time. And when things didn't work out with that, I just was like, all right, you know what? Let me put my energy into something that I feel like will give me a greater return on my investment. I've been praying to all the ancestors and all the gods and all the spirits, right? I feel like they're going to come through and they're going to help me. They're going to show me, right? I'll be in a Discord if you guys want to join. Again, I do not give signals. I trade during Asian session. So if you're a New York trader, I don't think it'll help you to come in there. You can if you want to. You can ask questions. I can help you with your strategy or help you analyze your pair, whatever it is you want me to do. Or you need me to do, not want me to do, but you need me to do. Whatever I can help with, I'll try and help you the best way I can. So, if that sounds like something you want to do, click the link in the description box below and or the pinned comment and join the Discord. Right now, like I said, even though it's like 42 people in there, the only two people talking is me and Gerald. And it's okay because right now I'm having a time. I'm having a time. It's helping me to come out of this rut that I'm in. And it's helping me overcome some things that I probably wouldn't have overcome otherwise. Because sometimes we need that encouragement. Sometimes you need that voice. You need that person to say, hey, this is, because you may not see it. You may not know. And that's why I created the Discord, for people to come in and talk about their trading experiences and talk about, their wins and losses and things of that nature. So if you want to be a part of that, it's free. It doesn't cost you anything. Come on in the room. Click the link in the bio. And or the pin comment, and I'll see you in there. Introduce yourself. So you guys be blessed, take care, and I'll talk to y'all later. Toodles.